If they aren't working with the trucks, then who are they working for? Why would Son even hire these people to kill those families? I didn't get to ask more questions after Roderick bashed his head with the bat in frustration. Well, so much for that. So that leads us to right now. Where the heck are we supposed to hide? The house got trashed by those psychos, so it isn't going to be safe for the night. That's when Riley decided to speak up. Maybe we can hide here. Riley showed us a picture of Westmore Middle School, and it was filled to the brim with people on hospital beds. They must have somehow turned the school into a mini hospital. That wasn't even the most surprising part. Turns out Holly was there. She was taking care of some of the people in the school. I know she likes to do volunteer work, but doing something like this, especially tonight, I'm not sure ice is going to be enough, my lady. I asked him why. He didn't bother bringing this up when we discussed where we were going to drop off Freakley, and he said that we wouldn't have been able to make it on our own. I hate when he's right. Well, looks like we don't have any other choice. Dad and Roderick are going to fix the fan up before we head out, and Mom is going to help us gather any supplies we may need for the night. You sure it'll work? Maybe. This whole night still feels so surreal. Purge nights do have a history of getting out of hand, whenever to this level. Well, I used to think that. Those murderers that happened on Stratton Island, there wasn't much information about them. But I do remember one of the comments in one of the forums talking about the murders. They claimed that they were there and that the attacks were way too organized to be random acts of violence. I can't afford to think about that right now. We have everything we need for the trip, and hopefully the van won't blow up on the way there. Get in, nerds. The one time Roderick's death trap of a van actually comes in handy, and I still have to sit in the back. At least I don't have to worry about getting bonked in the head with one of Roderick's drums. The street doesn't look too messed up, so if everything goes to plan, we should be there in about 15 minutes or less. I really wish I was able to bring my console with me. If I were going to spend the whole night in some cramped makeshift hospital, I'd rather not get bored. 12:32 a.m. I hate my life. We had just gotten out of the neighborhood when someone somehow managed to shoot out the tires. Roderick managed to get us out of there in time before the shooter managed to snipe us all. Unfortunately, we couldn't say the same for his van. You did good, girl. We need to get that guy therapy or something if we somehow manage to survive the night. After leaving the van behind, we rushed to find any sort of cover. We managed to get inside an abandoned house and decided to lay low. Honestly, it would have been a smart idea to just stay here for the night, but nope. Turns out Mom got shot, so now we have to get to the school before Mom bleeds out of her arm. Mom! Ack! Well, at least the wound isn't too bad. Dad was able to stop the bleeding using a first aid kit we had in the van. After everyone managed to calm down, we decided to plan out a way to get to the school without getting spoiled by any of the purgers. While we were discussing our plan, Gregory brought up an interesting point. Apparently, there's a sewer opening a couple blocks away. If we can get to it, we might be able to get to the school without being spotted. Sounds like an alright idea on paper, but there are some issues with that plan. First of all, sewers are gross. Second of all, none of us know how to navigate the sewers. Dad said we might be able to travel through them using our phone GPS. That might work, but if there was no signal on the ground, then we would have been totally blind down there. Yeet! Unfortunately, we didn't have enough time to discuss the plan any further. After someone firebombed the house, while everyone rushed towards the sewer entrance, Dad shot at the arsonist. I really hope he managed to actually hit them. I'd rather not have to deal with some pyromanic while we were down there. Welp, let's see what happens now that we're down here. If I die, Rowdy gets my copy of Twisted Wizard 6. 1:13 a.m. Alright, we haven't ran into anything dangerous, which is a relief. We decided to get some rest after Mom started to feel dizzy. The pain of the wound must have tired her out. Oh yeah, that reminds me. We somehow ran into Uncle Gary down here. Dad almost blew his head off after he spooked us. After everyone calmed down, we asked him what he was doing down here. Apparently he was trying to hide from the forest people. According to him, the forest people broke into his RV and ended up driving off with it, leaving him homeless. After we told him our story, he offered to help lead us out of the sewers since he used to have a job taking care of the tunnels. Sorry I'm late, boss. I'm just happy to be out of those cursed tunnels. It smelled like death down there, and Uncle Gary wouldn't shut up about how he was going to become rich after his hef coin goes public or something like that. Oddly enough, Freddie was the only one of us who seemed interested in the idea. Anyways, now that we're on the surface, I want to call Holly to see if she's alright. This whole night has been awful, so I want to make sure the girl of my dreams, my friend, isn't getting overwhelmed by everything that's been going on. Hey Holly, it's me, Greg. Greg, are you okay? Is Rowley alright? I know you went out to see if you could help. Rowley's fine. He's just comforting Fregley right now. Fregley? What's Fregley doing with you guys? Shouldn't he be at his home? It's a long story. You have time to talk? I do. Can you start from the beginning? I think I can. 1:30 a.m. Just got done talking to Holly, so I'm just going to keep writing in this thing for now. Not much to say really. Mom managed to get some of her energy back, so we should be able to make a break for the school. I remember asking Holly if anyone we knew was at the school, and she said that aside from Patty Farrell and Albert Sandy for some reason. She did let me know that some of Roderick's bandmates also showed up, so he'll be happy to hear that. He's been sad all night after coming back from the festival. To be fair, I can't say I blame him. I can't say I really understand the idea of losing someone close to. I think I hear something coming towards us. It sounds large. 1:35 a.m. I know you're out here! It's Uncle Gary's RV. The mingos must have been the ones who stole it. I write this from the cover of a nearby bush, and I can't see anyone else. They must have also hidden themselves from those two maniacs. This is bad. Mom's gun only has about 2 shots, and with how long Dad takes to reload his stupid musket, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to take them, unless Uncle Gary has some sort of secret weapon in that RV, which I doubt is the...